Sometimes it's like that. Luigi. Luigi's madhouse. He runs an asylum. He's stuffing everyone into asylums so they forget the last civilization and the technology, and all the children, all they remember is absolute nightmares, paying for gas their whole lives, going to schools. They got horses out. They got electric wireless trolley cars being pulled by horses. They're looking through the blinds at the asylum. You seeing those horses pull that thing? They used to go. Those don't look like carriages. Those used to run on rails. Well, that's why you're in the asylum. You're crazy. Oh, is that right? Well, that sort of thing works, though. Look at life now. You're flying on a plane. Someone's jerking you off. He's got a badge on his chest. He's grabbing your balls. Hey, I guess we simply don't have the technology. We simply don't have the technology for that. Madhouse Luigi's World Fair. Makes me want to put on the realer history of this world. Oh, I've come across, like stolen history videos. Those are pretty big on what I see on Twitter, at least. Those are pretty classic, but I don't bother watching them because I knew the stuff years ago, so I don't want to be reminded of it. But it's still interesting to see. Global civilization reset every few hundred years. Another civilization built on top of the previous one. That's why there are basements. That's why there are windows, half in the ground and half up. Where you think it was an aesthetic choice? Like very much of a global thing, and completely erased. They stuff everyone in asylums until they die, and the children are raised by strangers, and nobody knows. Nobody knows. We've been laughing about this stuff on Twitch for years, but most people here weren't on there. Free energy, very easy, cheap travel, Zeppelin travel, pneumatic rail system underground, repurposed into sewers. No big deal. Healing bells, healing frequencies. The machinery of the earth and sacred geometry actually going to work for you instead of everything poisoning you and shortening your lifespan, essentially. That's the name of the game. That's why nothing matters. Everyone talks about politics. The only thing that matters is the shortening of your lifespan. That's it. And to talk about that, what are you gonna? It's gonna make you sick. So I try not to worry about it too much. People are worried about this and that, and this happening in the city and that. Next thing you know, by the time they wake up and know what's really going on, they're in the hospital on their deathbed. Oh no, I was tricked my whole life into politics. Now it's time to die. $200 miles of tunnels for fun. They did it. Well, you see, there's miles and miles, all these circular tunnels be under all the cities. Oh, that's for sewage. That's for the toilets and sewage. Oh, really? That's for toilets and sewage. That's for the toilet system. These people had a lot of time. But I guess, I'm so used to laughing about these things elsewhere. Sometimes it's easy to forget that a lot of people on YouTube, at least on here, don't really know about these sort of things. I don't know. You guys, it's pretty obvious to me because I've been around it for so many years now. There's more hardcore stuff that you really can't talk about yet. Otherwise, you'll end up dead. But, in time, all these things are bubbling up now because it's too late to do anything about it. Why do you think they're allowed to bubble up into the consciousness now? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is who's teaching your children, who's teaching the next generation. That's the only thing that matters. Lifespan and who's educating the youth, those are the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. You can say race this, you can say replacement that, you can say whatever you want. The only things that matter, who's educating the youth and your lifespan. Only things that matter. Race this, race that. These people, I'm noticing a pattern. Oh, they're on their deathbed. I'm just realizing that, and they die. Or if they live long enough, they get their own children, putting them up against a firing squad up on a wall because they were sort of taught a certain education. Oh, man. But these people, they do the violence. They're putting the blindfold on my head, giving me my last cigarette. Now I'm going to be executed. I guess it's time to die. Dude, and also the people that people rail against, you know what I'm saying? Those conspiracies. Dude, those people have been genocided for thousands of years. They're not even on the earth anymore. Don't people even understand that? Am I the only one that understands? Oh, you see, who's in charge of everything in the meat? They've been genocided for thousands of years. They don't even exist anymore. Am I the only one that knows this? Are you kidding me? There are certain things that don't matter, but I mean, look, we're not here to save the world here. There's a reason why everything is out in the open. There's a reason why there's sort of certain kind of things happening everywhere in churches and elsewhere. Those sort of kind of things. Because it's too late to do anything about it now. Because you'd be put up against the wall by the children themselves. They would be putting you up against the wall. They'd be killing you. They'd be throwing you in jail. Too late to do something about it. Why do you think it's around? I hope no one thinks that I'm wrong. Because I'm never wrong about anything. Oh, I wish I were. Though I wish I were. Nimrod's system. People don't have any idea the system that they live in. They have no idea what a panopticon is, what a real occupation is. They don't understand how reality can be altered. They don't have any idea. Like, oh, they do the violence when they come in. And I understand certain things, realities, okay? But by the time most people wake up, they'll be up against a wall or they'll be on their deathbed. It's as simple as that. You think I'm wrong? This is how it happens every time. You'll be lucky. Dude, certain people of a certain age in this chat, you'll be lucky if you're even allowed to die in a bunch of decades from now. You'll be lucky if you're even allowed to die. Do you believe in the restoration of prophecy? Will providence put an end to aberration? Prophecies come true because there's been many fulfillments of prophecies. That's just how it works every time. It's only whether it's cataclysm, whatever the heck, whether it's revolt, something always ends it, no matter what. Maybe it's the creator being goaded to destroy the earth. I have no idea. It's a cyclical thing that always happens every time. And the fulfillment of prophecy is it's sort of memed out by the ghouls that run the system. And their religion is to make these prophecies come true, whether by hook or by crook, or by a divine intervention. Regardless, it comes true. Technology gets lost and they never planned on it coming back. Oh, it always comes back, man. It only comes back when it's out of the reach of the citizens or the children of God. It only comes back when it's out of their reach. If you got free energy, easy transport, and zeppelins, air travel underground, that's very easy. Can't have that when you're running a prison, can you? You gotta have people always on the ropes. They don't have time to think of how enslaved they really are. Instead, they get mad at, races and religions and things like that. Those topics can very easily occupy the rubes that have no idea what blindness really means. How air and light and thought can be manipulated. People have no idea. They have no idea. They just rage at the inmates. They rage at the inmates until those inmates become their jailers. And then it's too late.